What's good, leaders? Welcome back to another episode of New World Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Kyrie Green. Today we got a special guest with us today. Today we got a special guest with us today, man. Listen, I'm going to tell all the leaders this, man. Whatever it is that y'all want to do in life, go out, chase your dreams. Don't let nothing stop you, nothing or nobody get in your way. You can do it, man. And with that being said, I ain't gonna say too much because we about to give out some game and say the same stuff in the episode. So go ahead, let them know who you are and what you do.
My name's Tamyl, yeah. How y'all doing? I really just like design clothes. I got my feet in a little bit of everything. I help like manage my homies' music, like push them to go harder, like stuff like that. Like,
More behind the scenes
yeah,
work.
for
Sound
sure.
like. How you feeling, man?
Listen, man, I'm grateful to be here right now, man. Like,
Feel you on that. It's a blessing. Woke up this morning.
all right,
Feel me? Got another shot. Got
another day.
another day. Feel
Inshallah,
me?
see many more.
No, this sir, inshallah. Got another day, another chance, man. It's crazy. Had a productive day today.
Real
Well,
peaceful, productive for sure.
definitely. I entered this week. I'm like, man, I didn't know how to feel about this week. I'm like, I booked up all these slots. I'm about to, it was hectic,
Sure,
like
no, for sure.
moving around, talking to different people, but I'm excited to put out this content and, allow y'all to get game from these individuals that I've connected with and will be connecting with. It's always exciting to sit down with people, you know, hear a bit of their story, share my story with them, especially when it comes down to individuals that I may have not known prior to, that conversation.
Yeah, for
Being
sure.
able to connect with them and then, just sharing that with y'all. That's what this platform is all about. Just giving out game to, the individual that's going to be taking these leadership roles and being able to talk to people who may be in a leadership role currently or are building to that leadership role to give out game to other individuals. Listen, I'm glad that I'm the person to be able to to do that and share these experiences with you guys here. How much y'all love the content, how much it's helping y'all, getting y'all through y'all days, what y'all learn from it. I enjoy it. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in, man.
For real. Like, I genuinely just hope like everybody really like taking in what you say, like, because it's like even like when we talk in private or like like off the camera, we still like have conversations where it's like, bro, go forward.
Yes, sir.
Even if it's like on the late night tip and we texting or we talking, hey, bro, like you tell me you can't juggle everything at once. You tell me take my time and get it right. So
Take your
therefore, I really
time.
hope like everybody like really listening to you because it's like in a way you really not doing nothing but pushing, making the road clear for everybody.
Listen, I'm trying. I'm trying to. I went through a bunch of experiences at a young age, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I learned a lot from it, and I want to do my best to make sure that other young individuals, one, don't have the same experiences that I've had at a young age,
Sure.
and also two, that when it comes down, to them wanting to do things in life, go chase things and stuff like that, I want them to be well equipped with knowledge, mentors, all types of stuff, so they don't have to go through the same hiccups and setbacks and stuff like that, like stuff that I may have dealt with or things that I have seen individuals deal with firsthand. Is like, man, I went through this, so I'm gonna go back and speak about it so the next individual that wants to do this thing, they don't have to do it.
They don't gotta go through it.
They don't gotta go through it. They can take it. They can take it. A shortcut. They don't gotta deal with this. Or even if they're faced with this problem, they know how to deal with it, and they don't just gotta wing it.
Different wings to go about.
Yeah, they don't just gotta wing it. And it's like, damn, I can't turn nobody.
Right, because a lot of things that people go through, they don't have nobody experiencing what they experiencing by themselves, or they just simply like, bro, like just walking into a brick wall.
Exactly.
So it's like,
and that don't
why
get you
not just
far.
take it? Like, why not just listen and take it this way or go this way about it when you got different perspectives because people that went through the same thing you went through or something similar and they're giving you a way to walk in that road.
Exactly. No, dead serious, man. So we listen. We gonna switch the focus on you right now. All right. We're gonna switch the focus on you. We're gonna jump into the brand, man. Talk a bit about You want to say the brand name, or you want,
No,
I'm gonna
yeah,
let you,
the
I'm gonna
brand,
leave you to
the
it. Go ahead
brand
and tell
called
me about the
Caesar
brand.
Monet. Caesar Monet. I really got like I really was inspired to do clothes because like I'm tapped into fashion a little bit. Like
Mm.
I'd rather like certain stuff I be seeing like I don't be liking it. So it's like why not like try to create something for myself.
Mm.
My first like my brainstorming times. I really sat down with bro right here. Like we really sat down. What we was in the land one time like what 4 hours on the phone for like 4 hours. We really was like trying to figure out like bro like what I'm going to do.
Yeah, man.
Like I gave bro a headache a little bit, being as though like I was like being not being difficult, but like I was more so like
Damn, I
being
want to do
I
this. I
want to
want
do
to do
this, I
that.
want to do
I
that,
don't
but I
know.
don't
I
know
don't
like
know.
I don't know like if this really how I want to go about it, or what I want to
Mm.
do. Once I figured out what I was doing, it was up from there. Like
That's how when I started. Like a lot, I can't say when I started. A lot of the stuff that I've created with my brand is a thing of like, I like this thing. I do not want to pay all of that for this thing, but I like it. So you know what? I'm gonna go make it myself, and add my touch on it, and we gonna go from there and let that just be that. And I
real,
took that, bro. I'm be honest. Listen, if you got that mindset with your brand, whatever it is, listen. Hey, kudos to you. Why
real.
spend $400 on an item when you can spend, we just gonna say $1,000 on a whole bulk of the item. You pay for yours and then you sell the rest, and you get to profit off of that
Real
idea,
rap,
and you run with it. Listen,
real rap. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like maybe, all right, being as though like I'm tapping the fashion a little bit. I do like every night before I go to sleep. I'm definitely up shopping or something, looking at clothes or something, or like putting together a different fit. Like
yeah,
I'll be having fits saved in my camera roll for
hmm
months at a time, and it's like, all right, I'll be forgetting I have it in there. Then when I come back across it, well, yeah, I put something together with this or something like that.
hmm
And another thing I realized like with clothes period is like the same amount that you paying the weird Balenciaga or Rick Owen or anything. That's the same amount you're gonna pay to get your own stuff made.
exactly,
So it's like therefore,
exactly.
I'd rather pay the same price, same amount that I'm paying for this for stuff that I make, and I could probably make the same thing or make it look even better.
hmm
We can make distress tees, we can make whatever, and the stuff that we paying for, I really genuinely feel like it's plain. Like honestly speaking,
This
that's
is
I buy it. Like it may come off biased, being as though I still pay for this, but it's like therefore I can pay for both. So
mm,
why not?
yeah. No, dead serious. A lot of I think like that as well. Like a lot of the stuff will be like, damn, I'm gonna pay this amount for this one thing when I can invest this amount on this thing and potentially get a lot more out of it than this one item. All right, so if you might
For
buy
real.
it, we just got $500 on a t-shirt, wear a t-shirt about 2-3 times, then it's sitting in the closet, or it becomes something you might wear it around the
Man,
house. Next thing you know, it ain't,
come
like
on.
it makes no sense. And that, like, just having those experiences made me think like, I is there's better ways that I can utilize
My money.
like my money, and put it in better places. So what I started doing, I started learning about different things like stocks, bonds, ETFs, Roth IRAs, all of that type of stuff, and learning how to invest in these things. So it's like, all right, damn,
Yeah.
instead of spending $200-300 on a damn t-shirt that I'm only gonna wear a few times, let me go spend two three
But
hundred dollars on something that's going to benefit me in the long run
tell me
later on
about
down
it,
the
bro.
line.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't spent like this. I want to say I spent 480 on a sweater. I wore that sweater once, had it sent for 2 years.
Imagine what 480 would
Would have
have
did
done
for
for
me
you.
it's in that moment. 480, what would it have done for me 2 years ago?
Imagine 2 years later what that 480 would have done for you in something like a
And then it's
stock
like
or something
I'm
like
not
that.
even wearing it like cause like I'm not wearing it efficiently or anything. I wore it one time and I probably wore it for like 5 hours.
Exactly. Yeah.
If that.
And now look, 480, 480 just gone. Can't get it back. 480, you
480,
might as
listen,
well just take
480,
it, flush it
480,
down the
not, I
drain.
ain't gonna say 480 done a drain, but 480 in a way that 480 was spent in a way that it did not have to be spent.
Exactly. Could have been utilized in some better ways,
I could have
man.
made the
Dead
same thing.
serious. Dead serious. Could have been utilized in some better ways. Now I want to talk about like your creative process a bit. Um, you know, when you get like, do you get an idea based off of you seeing something, or is it a thing where it's like you might just be sitting down or driving somewhere doing something, you like light bulb moment? Oh, I got an idea. Let me.
For me, it'd be both.
Okay.
And I say that because like my creative process a little bit, it goes like from like when I'm thinking about like if I'm thinking me personally, I really think about like I ain't gonna say I'm thinking about clothes all day, but I'm thinking about like little stuff that I might like or that I might want to try out. So it's
Okay.
like now I get the iPad, I go on Procreate, I'm cooking up a little bit, or I may not like it there, but like I'm still thinking about, all right, now I got this idea where it's like, all right, I just made like a distressed tee, but like a boxy fit tee, and it's
Mm.
distressed. Or I see that somewhere else, or I see it, but like now I'm looking at it like when I'm if I'm shopping somewhere and I see it, all right, I just made something like this last night,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like how it looked right here, being as though this fabric is not how I want it to be.
Okay.
So now it's like you gotta go about it like if like really you gotta pay attention to detail with everything. Attention to detail is like key for like this type of stuff right here. Being there was like you gotta pay attention to how you want it, the
Mm-hmm.
design, how it look out, the layout of the letters or the graphic or the fabric of the clothes. Cause like you want something that's gonna last. You want something that's not gonna like affect anybody's skin.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, it's like you gotta really pay attention to everything with this.
Listen, you got a product, it's good, but it don't last. It won't last long in the market. People is gonna be like, wait, hold on, yeah, this look good, but I only can wear it one time. It's a waste. Like, or it's like, damn, the design is amazing, but the T-shirt make me feel itchy. It's like, I don't want to wear.
Straight up.
I don't want to wear this, and that, especially if it's somebody that's it's their first time coming across, your brand and things like that, your product. If they had a lot of times they have a negative experience the first time, that first impression gonna leave a mark. And I'm like, nah, you know what? I'll pass on the next opportunity. I'm cool. Like
Straight
I'm
up.
good. And that's like that's not experiences that you want people to have when they coming across your product. You want people that come across your product, they purchase, they continue to purchase, and also they do something where they go out and bring other people back. Like, oh my God, I bought this shirt, I bought this sweatsuit, I loved it, quality amazing. I didn't have any trouble when it came down to shipping. I got it quick. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
had no. It was an amazing experience. Like, oh, all right, oh no, let me see. Oh, this fire. Yeah, let me go. And then it becomes a thing where it's like it just continue to go. This person go get this person. This person go get five more, five turning, and then next thing you know, you look up, you got 100,000 returning customers. And your business is thriving.
And
Um.
that's really like how that's really what you should want in this. You
Mhm.
shouldn't want to walk into a room and you see not you probably see one person wearing this stuff. I want to walk into
A
a
whole
room and I
run.
see 100 motherfuckers wearing my
Like,
shirt.
so all right. So look, now I'm gonna talk about that, like that number right there, right? So now you just said, you want to walk into a room where you see 100 people wearing your stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you see, like, let's say you post a reel or something, a piece of content, and they're and get 100 views, like something that's viewed as a low view count. Do you look at that as like a negative thing? Like, damn,
No,
this only got 100 views.
I don't see. I'm not gonna say I don't look at it like I won't. I don't look at stuff like I don't look at numbers and look at it as a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at it like, all right, they're gonna see it eventually,
Mm-hmm.
no matter if it's a week later, anything like that. You're gonna end up seeing it because you gotta think about it. Instagram, social media right now is like you come across any and everything. Simple.
Even if it's months later,
Month later,
like,
year later, anything.
even if it's months later, it have been creators I didn't came across that have been creating content for years. I've never heard about them. Like, wait, who is this individual? And I started looking up, like, oh wait, this is somebody that was in the background with this person.
Right.
They watched this person I watched, grow into who they are now, and then they grew into their own, they grew their own thing. It's like, oh snap.
And then another thing I would say for like far as a low count video,
Mm.
I won't care for the video that had low count views. Why? Because I'm consistently flooding more videos. I'm giving more content. You're
Mm.
going to come across my page. You're going to like the content I post. It's going to catch your eye. You're going to scroll. You're going to be stuck on the page,
Mm.
and you're going to be looking. Then once you look, that low count video is going to go up.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna share an experience of mine. I posted a piece of content on YouTube Shorts for the podcast. Short clip, about 15 seconds. It did good on one platform, so I'm like, all right, yeah, let me repurpose this on other platforms. posted on YouTube Shorts, and I posted it, and the first day it only got 30 views. I said, hold up. I said, oh, 30 for the whole day. I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me just sit back and see if it goes anywhere after that. It took one whole day to go by just for it to start to get out to other people, and now that same piece of content that I posted is my most viewed YouTube short after a day of it only getting 30 views.
That's wonder why. That's crazy. That's great.
It took for me to sit back and be like, you know what, I'm going to sit back, and instead of just taking it down, I gave it time.
Yeah, you gotta be patient with this.
Gotta be patient, and that just goes. That's not even just what we're gonna expand it past the actual video itself. That goes into like the journey, and you working towards something. These things take time. It's not something that happened overnight, a month, 2 months. This stuff take years sometimes. It's people that has been working towards something for 10, 15 years, and they didn't see a result. They didn't get anything out of it until year 18. They got a little breakthrough year 16, something like that, but they didn't start to really see anything till year 18. 18 years of constant work, 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 and they just see some results.
And that's a lot of work.
Yeah, and it takes a strong-minded individual to be able to put in work for, let alone a year, a full year. We talking about 15 years.
That person right there, that person who's driving for what, 15, 18 years, you know how like determined and consistent and how like strong they gotta be to sit there and do that, because they probably had time. They probably had like 150 times where though
it's more than 150.
Yeah, no, out of that 15 years, I'm gonna say they probably didn't had 300 sit downs, mental breakdowns, or not even mental breakdowns, or had times where they sit there and said, "Y'all want to quit?
Listen,
you can't quit. It's gonna pay off eventually."
Anybody who we looked up to in these positions, they've all been faced with times where they want to quit, times where they get discouraged, times where it's like, damn, I don't know how I'm about to make this happen. And they just figure something out. And I know a lot of them, they look back on the things, they look back on themselves and like, I thank myself for continuing to put in the work, because if I did not put in that work, or I gave up when I thought about it,
I wouldn't be here today.
I would not be here today. So I'm thankful, I thank myself, I give myself a round of applause, pat on the back, whatever, that I continued to push through those difficult moments when business was slow, moments where you may have not been able to, you may have not had the finances to take care of what needed to be taken care of, and you figuring out, you here, you there, you all over the place. But all of that stuff, that's all part of the journey, because when you get to where you want to be, it's gonna sound cliche, because you're gonna say what everybody else say. Somebody gonna ask you, well, how did you do it? What did you do to get there?
And what was your why? Why you got there?
Listen, I worked hard, and I was consistent. You hear everybody say like work hard and be consistent. That is two major things that you have to do, and that's like entry level. Like work hard, be consistent. That's entry level. That's just what you got to do. I can't even say it's the blueprint. That's just what you have to do. That's what you have to do. You gotta work hard. You gotta want it. Like, I watched a clip of someone saying, like, basically, when it comes down to things that you want for yourself, they use the analogy of like, you almost drowning. You try and get the surface and get some air. They said just as bad in that moment as you want to get air. That's how bad you should want these things for yourself. That's how bad you should strive for these great things that you want to accomplish. As bad as you want to breathe, you should be working towards these things just as much. As much as you working to get the surface, get this air, that's exactly how much you should be working to accomplishing your goals and things like that. Like, it's going to be a dogfight. It is going to be a dogfight. But if you commit to just, actively doing the thing and working towards it, I guarantee you, when you get to where it is that you want to be, you'll thank yourself. You'll thank yourself. Your family will thank you. The people around you will thank you. And if you got kids, the kids will thank you. These individuals will thank you because now you'll be able to break cycles, change generation, generational curses, whatever. You'll be able to, change the narrative for the people that will come up after you. They will have a better upbringing than you may have had, or a better experience than your people in your family may have had. You'll be able to do these things, but in order for you to do that,
Sure.
you gotta start somewhere. Like you gotta start somewhere. You gotta do it. You gotta put in the work. And listen, it start with you.
Definitely.
You just gotta do it. You gotta
Everything
make it
starts with
happen.
you.
You gotta make it happen. Now I want to ask, like, when you hear leadership, or you hear somebody talk about being a leader, like, what do you take from that? What's your takeaway?
Me personally, when I hear leadership or talking about somebody talking about being a leader, I look at it like me. I gotta do something differently than everybody else.
Mm.
Like one way I look at it, like out here in this world, bro, people is scared to be themselves.
Mm.
It costs nothing to be yourself. It costs nothing to hang by yourself. It costs nothing to go do something by yourself. It costs nothing to be yourself. You like, and then another thing be, a lot of people be scared to support somebody because they friend don't like that person or they know somebody that don't like that person. No, be yourself.
They ain't
You
got
can
nothing to
support.
do with you.
You don't have nothing to do with that. That's not your situation. That's not your issue. And this where a lot of issues and turmoil come when people like show up or people got something going on because
But
it's just like why not just be yourself?
yeah, you. How could I say this? You should be so comfortable with being yourself. Like you should be comfortable in your own skin. Like you said, it doesn't cost anything to just be yourself. Like it costs nothing to just be yourself. There's nothing wrong with being different, not liking what others like, doing something completely different from everybody else. Is nothing wrong with that. You should be comfortable with being yourself. It's a good thing to be yourself. All right, it's a great thing. It'll get you far to just be you. Just be
Yes,
yourself and you'll
bro.
be good. You'll be all good.
Yes, bro.
Um, like I think that that's like something that definitely ties into leadership, just being okay with being you.
Right. Once you be you, once you find yourself within yourself, everything you do is going to stand out to somebody
Hmm.
else. You want to know why? Because you're doing something totally different.
I agree.
Once you set and put your foot in the ground that you gonna do something. You doing this. You're not doing what everybody else doing.
Mhm.
Once you do something that everybody else is not doing, you are listen. I'm telling you, you are setting the trend for everything.
I, I've had I've had a bunch of I've had a bunch of individuals talk to me about things like how them being themselves, how that has pulled other people like into them, attracted other people into them. Asking like, man, like what do you do? Like
Exactly.
you stand out more than these individuals. I want to talk to you. Like you
And
doing
and
this instead of
and
this.
the reason why that be a thing is because you being yourself. You not afraid to be you.
Hmm.
Just imagine you is you in a friend group with 8 people, everybody themselves.
Yeah, this is.
They the ones that they the people that really get go up, bro. Because why? They setting a trend for people to be themselves.
Hmm.
Everybody's looking at them like, oh yeah, he not out here being a follower. He not out here not liking me because his homie don't like me, or he not out here just doing shit because his friends doing it. No,
Yeah,
he himself. He's staying in his lane. It don't cost nothing to stay in your lane. As
at
soon as somebody
all.
once you can be in your lane your whole life. Once you start stepping, going trying to swerve left or swerve right,
Hmm.
you crashing
Yeah,
every time. It don't take nothing to be you. Just stay you. Once you stay you, I'm telling you, you're going to succeed in life.
listen,
Like everything is going to be fine.
be comfortable with being yourselves. Costs nothing to be you. Stay authentic to yourself. Just cause they doing it, don't mean you gotta do it. Don't mean
Listen,
you gotta
bro,
do it.
for
Stay
real.
true to you. Um, I want to take it back. We're gonna go through a little bit of like a timeline here. Growing up, like what did you see yourself, starting a brand or just having a business, building a brand? Did you see yourself doing any of those things?
Yeah and no. And I say yeah, being though like, all right, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up in that atmosphere, like my mom had a daycare, my dad was always like he had a laundromat,
Mm-hmm.
like he just had stuff going on. And, like I'm looking at it because like these my parents, so it's like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I got two entrepreneurial parents. I want to be better than my parents in entrepreneurial status, but I want to be an entrepreneur just like my
Okay.
parents.
So you come from an entrepreneurial background. So it's something that you
Right?
saw
It,
growing up.
it's something I seen growing up, being as though like, all right, my mom probably worked what 7 to 4, 7 to 6 every day,
Mm-hmm.
strictly from the daycare, running her own daycare.
Yeah.
Then it's like she don't gotta listen to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
She's not like working for nobody. She working for herself. So therefore, I'm looking at her work for herself and
Mm-hmm.
just look at it like, bro, I want to be able to work for myself. I don't want to listen to
Mm-hmm.
nobody. I don't want to be taking orders from nobody all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, I can do that, but once I get to a certain point, I want to be able to create something where it's like create a foundation for me to leave behind. Like you got people younger than you, like you got younger siblings, you feel me? So it's like I don't want to go to there tomorrow and not have nothing to leave behind.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
I think like that's a thought that a lot of people should have when it comes down to like I was speaking to somebody and I talked about, like on a headstone there is, the date you were born and the date that you leave this earth, right? And someone said that the only thing that will matter when people look at that thing is the the dash in between those dates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the dash in between those dates was like that. All of that talks about what did you do on this earth, what impact did you have, like
Mm-hmm.
all of that type of stuff. That is the stuff that matters. And like the stuff, what you do while you here, that ultimately will be beneficial to the people that that's coming after you, or it could be it's like, all right, well, I mean, now we gotta be the ones that go out here
Bro.
and try to do something. But why let things continue to trickle down to other generations when we could be the ones to take the initiative to get out here and actually make sure that after us individuals
Mm-hmm.
are taken care of.
Definitely.
They can have these upbringings to where as though it's beneficial to them. If you understand what I'm saying, like they have upbringings to whereas they don't have to worry about the things that we may have worried about.
Right.
We don't have to pass down these same experiences to them that we had.
Nah, for
Like
real.
we can change the narrative, and I feel like as like as individuals continue to just the cycle of life, as the cycle of life continues to go on and on, I feel like individuals should have a mindset of just like, I'm going to be the one to make sure that the generations after me, they don't have to deal with the same things that I've dealt with.
Nah,
Just like
for real.
before us, people here before us that thought like that.
Nah,
We have a
for real.
lot of a lot of individuals who've had this mindset and had fought for us to be able to do something as simple as just sit somewhere.
Nah, for real.
Something as simple as be able to be in a certain space, and things of that nature. People fought for these things, and those individuals thought like, yo, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than me. This isn't just about me. And if it wasn't for these individuals doing these things,
Where would
we
I
would
be?
not be able to have the experiences that we have or have some of the luxuries that we have now. So I'm gonna be honest. The list will go on for individuals who took that initiative to do that. You got
No, yeah, because it's like, all right, a lot of people do a lot of different things, right? But a lot of people motive behind it be like, I gotta get my family out.
yeah.
I done seen, or some people be like, I done seen my mom struggle. I done seen us not eat for 3 days straight,
Yo, I'm gonna
and
be
I done seen us
good.
not eat for 3 days straight. I don't want my kids to go through that. So that'll
Mm-hmm.
be the reason as to why they gotta get they want to do something different, or they want to do something to be to get somewhere where they see like where they look on TV, they'll see Jeff Bezos get all his money. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I need to get up there with him because
Mm-hmm.
I just ain't eat for 4 days straight, or I just had one meal out of these last 3 days, and that was a pack of noodles that gotta start make me stretch for 3 days. So now I gotta go and do something.
I didn't saw a lot of individuals, come on different platforms and talk about their upbringing and how they use that as fuel.
Right.
Like one of the very first motivational speakers that I came in contact with was Eric Thomas. They call him ET, for short. But he talked about his upbringing and how he had to go through a lot of like crazy things, living in abandoned houses,
Mm-hmm.
eating out of trash can and all of that. And with that, he's went to school, graduated, has a few degrees, um, and now he travels the world and is a motivational speaker and talks about all these experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Talks to all types of football team, college, at events and all types of stuff. But and he's just an example of like an individual who's went through something and used that as fuel to get him to where he wants to be. And he always talked about, how he's like, yo, like he has times where it's like, listen, I know I got myself here, but I still do things like I'm gonna sleep on the floor so I can remember like
Where
where
I
it is
came
that I
from.
came from and where I do not want to go back to.
Keep it like that. I feel like right there keep him hungry.
Yeah,
It keep him ready to go get what he gotta get.
yeah. It keeps him grounded, and like you said, just doing that allows him to had to understand like, yo, this is where I came from. This is what I don't want to go back to.
Yeah, and
Came from this.
I think a lot of people problem be once they get up or not get up, but like once they reach somewhere that they once like they want to be, they forget where they come from.
Yeah,
A
they
lot of that happens to a lot of people.
they or like it depends, right? Forget where you come from in a way of like, all right, you had people, you had a community that built you up, and you straight, you just branched off from that and you left them, or like you were brought up with like these principles and morals, and you strayed away from it.
For sure.
Like you strayed away from it. You were brought up, with these amazing principles and morals, and you strayed away from it, and now like that has led, place you in places where it's like, damn, you might sit back and think like, I wish I would have stuck to what I was brought into and not strayed away from that thing. Like I
Definitely.
think it's important to remember where it is that you come from and have a good understanding of like all of that stuff so that you can use that the correct way as you're building and understand like, all right, when I would understand like when I get here what it is that I don't want to go back to,
Yeah,
what I
no.
don't want to revisit, what I don't want to revisit, because you can, go through some stuff, work towards something, get there, and then you can be right back where you started. But
True.
if you have an understanding like, yo, I don't want to go back to this place, I don't want to be back here, you're gonna do everything in your power to get up every day and make sure that you stay afloat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and speaking of that, I talked about it before. You know how just individuals we pray to be in these positions and do these things. Um, Yet when we go through things we don't, we complain by, oh, why me? But yet we ask for a lot. We ask for a lot, and like we look at it the wrong way. So I want to ask you, like, when you are faced with like hardships and things like that, what's the mindset that you have when approaching these things?
I really feel as though I don't really have like a mindset where it's like, all right, I'm facing this right now. I gotta figure out like I don't think about nothing. Like when I'm dealing with something personally, I don't think about nothing else but that for like a couple days. And
Okay.
then like now I gotta go about which way I can attack it,
Mhm.
which way I can try to diffuse it,
Mhm.
or which way I can just leave it be.
Okay.
and it's either going to bother me or it's not going to bother me. And it's like certain stuff like if it's out of my control, me being me, I would still like try like find a way to fix it right, make it right, or like diffuse it or make it go better. But it's like now that I think about it, you cannot like you can't control everything that like you can't do. I can't worry too much about something that's not in my control.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it now. Now I'm looking at it like that. Before, I probably like really stress over something that I really can't control. Like, and I mean like stressing over like when tip was like I ain't really get like I'm losing sleep or something like that. Why, bro?
Mhm.
Because it's like I feel a certain way about it, and it's like damn, this shit fucking me up a little bit.
Listen, I done told you many a times, and this is something that I talk about from this book that I read. It gives you 7 principles, um, to just help you navigate through life at any level. It says it's for teens, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is something that at any age you should learn. And the first thing it talks about like is being proactive. And within that thing, that principle,
That
it's
time.
just stating like you'll go through things and you have a choice, right? You have a choice to either be proactive or reactive to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Being proactive, it's understanding like, all right, I'm going to control the things that I can control and not give into like my emotions and things like that. Being reactive is like, all right, I'm going to stress over what it is that I cannot control, and I'm going to give into the emotions behind everything.
Right.
And I say it all the time. Like we'll always go through things,
No matter what it
like
is.
no matter what it is. As long as we're here, their problems will arise. You know, something might be placed in front of you, like a roadblock might be placed in front of you. With that, you have to have an understanding, like, yo, if it is something that is in front of you that you cannot control, you do not need to stress yourself out about it. If you cannot control it, you cannot stress yourself out about it. Something like even just a flat tire. If it was within your control, I'm sure that you would have did everything to have not get a flat tire.
Straight
That's
up.
something that you can't control. You can't control that. Only thing that you can control is how you react to the situation. That's it. You can only control how you react to the situation. Even in some of the worst situations,
Worst case scenario.
like worst case scenarios, a lot of the times it's out of your control. Like, even something like an individual passing away. If anybody here, anybody would be in control of that, I'm sure that we would do everything to keep these people with us. Yet stuff like that is not within our control. And we can only control how we react to the situation. That may be you going to therapy to talk to somebody about how you feeling. To be able to channel those emotions in a healthy way, a healthy way, not something that's gonna hurt you. Something like that, or just using that as fuel to say like, all right, you know what, losing this person, I'm gonna use that as fuel for me to continue to push through everything to make this person proud and get here. Like, I'm
Sure.
gonna get here to make this
No, for
person
sure.
proud because I know this person would they was here and they was pushing me to get here. And if they not here, I'm gonna carry that with me so that I can get here and make that person proud. Like,
But you want like they gonna want to see you there.
yeah.
So it's like together, here or not, together or not, you would want to see me in a better position
Mhm.
than I was once in. If we had conversations like, yeah, but I'm trying to get here, or yeah, I want to take this approach to go get to this next step in life, and you watch not see me, but like you witness me, or like see that I'm in the next phase of life and I'm succeeding in it.
Mhm.
I already know like by all means you're excited for me, like you're
Yeah.
happy or anything, like shit like that.
So I wanna ask you, are you working on anything behind the scenes currently?
I am, I am.
Would you
Uh,
talk about some of those things that's working on
I
behind the
got a
scenes,
few
or you gotta
pieces.
keep it
No, look,
like
no. I got a few pieces coming. Like I showed
okay?
you last week. Me personally, I feel as though this is my best piece ever.
Mm.
Like,
Is it the one that you showed me?
yes, yeah,
So we already had our
yeah.
conversation about
I
that.
feel like
I
I
ain't gonna
feel
say too much. I'm gonna leave
I
it,
feel
but
like
listen, we're
this is
talking
my
about it.
best piece ever. I took time with it. Like I ain't rush it. Like I've been sitting on it, like editing this. I had this piece since like I went this piece for a year now.
Okay.
I've been sitting with it. I've been sitting down on it, like editing it, like making sure it's right. Like I want it to be like not my best piece, but like later on that line, or if I have a trophy or my a collection of all my pieces of my things that I made, this has to be in it.
Okay.
It's the first for everything. So it's like then my other piece, like I have something else where though like I want to make it like for like I want to wait for it to like for like to the weather break. And I have something else to come back in around later on down the year, being as though I wanted to
Okay.
like shoot like I want to do like or this one piece like the one I have later on in the year. I want to shoot it like for the photo shoot or whatever. Like to hype up the piece. Like I really want to take it to like a graveyard, like an empty warehouse or something
Okay.
like that. I like to be different.
That's I was about to say that's like that's something that I feel like would raise
Attention to it,
like bring a lot of
right?
attention. Like people like, hold up, wait, what the hell? I ain't never seen
And
something like
especially
this.
like especially with social media right now,
mm-hmm.
with that type shoot right there or that type like attention raising, social media is like TikTok only feeding for the negativity.
All right, so let's say it's a leader out there, watching this episode. They may be looking to start a brand. What's some like tools or tips that you can give to them that they can utilize?
Or me personally, I would say don't care about like your inner support. And I say this because before before the people in your like around you support you, they'll support somebody else. But the people that sell you out or support you the most is strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Being as though, and I say that was like you'll look at your right hand man, and he'll post little baby or some little baby will post some shit will post right, but you'll post some and they probably won't even acknowledge it or something.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, damn, bro, like this how you feel. But then you'll see a stranger go repost it 100 times and up and down all these pages and comment 150 times. Fire! This is I need this. I need that. Can we get this? Can we get that? And
Yeah.
you're like, you can't pay attention. Like you can't let that affect you. Bro probably seen it and probably like, oh, or like this was coming, but you probably want brother, you want brother to repost it, but it's like you
Yeah.
just can't like you can't control it. So it's like, all right, whatever it is, what it is. Like just charge to the game at that point because you want to know something, you want to know why. A stranger can buy 5 hoodies and bro only gonna want the hoodie for free, or a discount. They gonna pay full price for it
Without a question. They won't
like,
ask you
sure.
like, damn, I can't.
And then it'd be like, even like if you like starting like whatever you starting like even if for clothes wise, your models, model it yourself. Not like that, but like if a stranger come buy it, a stranger will buy something from you, and then they'll that way they try and be more closer to you, where they're like, all right, you using them to model, they still buying, like they supporting. Like coming up, we see a lot of people be brand ambassadors. Why they want and everybody that was brand ambassadors now is like doing just like little different shoots for people, or they still supporting that person, no matter what it is.
Brand ambassador, being like brand ambassador or some type of ambassador is like a big thing now, and a lot of like, especially like these big companies and corporations and things like that, with their marketing budget, they do a lot of stuff when it comes down to like having some type of ambassador in some type of way, whether it might be they might send out, especially like with content creation, might send out the content creator, packages so that they can continue to, show this what's the term? Like this social proof.
Yeah.
So social proof of the product, like, them giving an honest review. Maybe before they even, were receiving these packages, they may have already been a customer for this brand. And it's like, oh well, y'all sending me packages. I was already, I support y'all, I love y'all products. I'm going to continue, I'm going to tell everybody else about it.
Definitely.
Yeah, like I think that when you talked about, just having, people around you, they may not support as much as strangers. I say a lot, the people around you, they may not be quick to support you, and the people that you don't know, they're going to be the ones who are going to make sure that your business is thriving. Wallow said he said it a ton of times, like, your friends and your family, they aren't your customers. A bunch of people, a bunch of people with businesses. If you go ask them, who is it that's keeping their business thriving? I'm pretty sure that they are not going to say their family and their friends. They're going to say these individuals who they do not know. Yet these individuals, they're keeping their business thriving, and they may have been individuals that have followed their journey.
Sure. And then a lot of things that like keep stuff like really like going for real, it be social media.
Yeah.
Social media.
So
And that's why I say social media got like a bad impact on something, right? But not a bad impact, but it has a good impact and has a bad impact. But I feel as though like Instagram and TikTok and everything only feed into their negativity because look, you can be a person doing food reviews, right? And you may go to a place and you dislike the food at all because it's not matching your taste buds. That one video right there is gonna reach a million people's eyes or reach or whatever. Then those million people gonna go one try it. They're gonna fly different places.
I'm about to
they're
say,
gonna go here, they're gonna go that, and these gonna be the people who actually like the food. The people that you the one that don't like it, but everybody else do. So now they're gonna keep spinning it, keep telling, oh yeah, but you gotta go here, you gotta go there. Oh, you gotta try this, you gotta try that. Those people are gonna keep trying it, and that business is gonna elevate so much.
And that goes. I wanna tie that into just being yourself. Just because you see a video and somebody like,
Right.
yeah, I don't like this food and I ain't like this, that don't mean that you are gonna have that same experience or you gonna have those same thoughts and that same opinion. You may like your food a bit more spicier than that person. They just don't like spice, so they don't like it. It's not for
Right.
them.
Hey
Just
now.
because something isn't, one thing isn't for somebody else, don't mean it's not for everybody. Just because they built the community and something is not for them, that don't mean that it's not for everybody. Just because they don't like it, don't mean you're not gonna like it. And that that just tie into being yourself. Now I want to do a segment of something with you, and I do this with all my guests. Um, is a segment called Leaders Toolkit. I want you to give the leaders three things you feel they'll need in their toolkit in order to be successful. Um, and they'll need to carry along with them on their journey. Give them three things that you feel they'll need in their toolkit.
Or one, it's a big thing. It's a big thing, right? I say like an open air, and I say open air being so it's like you're gonna have people around you that dislike something or that's gonna criticize something. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. You can listen to their opinion. You cannot listen to their opinion. But you gotta think about it. Once you take feedback, it's like professional criticism or bad criticism. So therefore, you gotta be able to listen to both things and work around it. Take the good things that you hear, feed it back into your business, feed it back to whatever you want to do. Take the bad things you hear and put it into it. Think, have thought, not put it into it, but have thoughts about what everything that everybody's saying to you about it. That's why I say you need to have a listening ear.
Yeah.
Two, I feel as though like you need to have like I ain't gonna say like like a strong mind or create like strong creative process or anything because you don't have to be creative to start something successful.
You don't.
You really don't have to be creative to start something successful. And three, again, be yourself. The more you be yourself, the more people are gonna want to be around you or feel you. Like, just be yourself. Even if it's like not even, and I say be yourself. Even if it's like, all right, you want to run with your friends, right? And it's an issue, it's an elephant in the room. You say something, everybody's gonna be like, oh, I feel how people feel. Why? Because you the one that sat there and said something. You being yourself. You're not sitting there being quiet or something like that. So like, just be yourself. The more you be yourself, I'm telling you, it's gonna go far away. Go a long way. Just be yourself.
Having a listening ear will take you far, and I want to expand on that to say to remain like never close the door to learning, no matter how far you get. Never close the door to learning because at any stage you can learn something. At any stage. So never close, keep a listening ear and never close the door to learning. Because you may think you got it all down, all put together, all pieced together because you've built something. Yet you're standing there, you're standing in front of somebody who's teaching you something about something you may have not known.
Straight up.
And, you just brushing them off because like no, I don't need to know that I got it. But that piece of information maybe what you need to scale what you got going on even more.
Straight up.
Bring you in two, three times more revenue than you're already bringing in. So, at times, sometimes even if you don't want to hear it, sometimes you got to sit down and take in the criticism, the constructive criticism, taking that constructive criticism and then put it into practice, for what it is that you're doing. Um, Now, if you can go back with all of the information that you have today, would you do anything differently?
No, I'm gonna say me being me. I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna say no because without the things that I'm just now learning or the things that I went through in my past, I wouldn't be the man I am today.
Mm.
I wouldn't be the same person I am now. So it'd be like I wouldn't sit there and take it back. I don't want to like I wouldn't sit there and take it back or like 10 years like me 10 years ago with the information I know now. I feel like I would be a way better person than I am. But I feel as though the progression that I made over the years, I'm here now. Like I'm not mad at it. Like we go through things in life. I wouldn't be the man I am today without going through things I went through or me learning to go long road.
Yeah.
But
No, it's serious. I was asked that question and it really stuck out to me. Um, and when I was asked that at first, I'm like, wait, hold on, I need to sit back and think. And I thought about it. And I was like, I wouldn't change anything actually. Like I can go back and had the opportunity to change something, I still wouldn't do it because if it wasn't for the mistakes that I've made and experiences that I've had when I've had them,
for sure,
I wouldn't be here, and I would not be where I am today, and I would not think or see things the way that I see them today. So I was like, I wouldn't go back and change anything because all of that stuff played a role in today, like how I'm able to present, myself to others today, how I'm able to present content to people today. All of that stuff played a part in getting me to where I am today.
straight up.
Like
Like
it.
and I agree. Like I agree with that. Like what you saying. Like I wouldn't be where I am today. Like,
Mm.
and I'm going to quote my man Yolo on this. Like he said this in a song before it didn't come out yet, but he said like he stayed down with his turn. Now he's doing everything that he ever learned. So it's like now it's like you gotta be patient. You can be a student. You can be a student every day. You gonna learn something new every day. But just do what you learn throughout the years. Not like even if it's like something in school, something like you learn from a home, you learn from social media. Like just have open ear. You can don't let the things that people say to you positively go in one ear and out the other. You can consume it. It don't gotta you don't gotta act on it right then and there, but you can act on it later on in life.
Yeah, I think that like if you're if you're going to walk into like something a space where you're building something from the ground up, the first thing that you need to understand is you got to be patient. Like if you're going to say, all right, I'm going to go build this thing, the first thing you need to understand is you have to be patient solely because like it's not going to happen or it's not going to come to you when you want it to happen. um it's going to have to develop. Like I heard somebody use the analogy of like, success is like cooking, your favorite dish or
Mm-hmm.
like, pot roast. Something along the lines of that. And they were just saying like, pot roast, sometimes you might have to cook that overnight. You might have to let it sit in the crock pot overnight and cook.
Definitely.
And then even the next day, it still got to cook some more.
Right.
It have
Because
been
it's
cooking for
not really
16
it ain't
hours.
really ready.
Yeah.
And like I listened to a song what the other day from a girl. She
Mm,
said patience is a pill that some niggas gonna take. And like you listen to it, it's like, damn, that's real. Being as though
mhm.
it's like not everybody has patience.
Yeah.
A lot of people are impatient with everything. Like like I don't I think like out of the 20 years that I live, half of
Mm,
the people that I ran into in my life has been impatient or always looking rushing to do something or rushing to get something done. Whereas though like if you be patient, you're fine. Everything is in your hands. Once
mm.
you rushing it, that's where you fuck up at.
I was having a conversation with one of my old heads, And I always talk about, just in our generation, he was asking me, it's like, damn, man, like, why it seem like, you know, y'all want everything to just come to y'all quick? Like,
Straight up.
why y'all want everything to just get done so fast? Like, y'all want this microwave effect, everything happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to, sit back and, enjoy the journey, allow things to take time and develop the way it needs to,
Mm-hmm.
develop the way that the things need to develop. And I said, I'm gonna be honest, like, I feel like it comes from a space of we see things. Social media plays a big part. Like I really feel like
At
I was
all
like
times.
social media plays the biggest role from just you going on Instagram, you going on TikTok, going on YouTube, whatever, going on these social platforms and being able to see individuals
Mm-hmm.
living a life that you may dream about living, and to you it may seem like this person didn't have to go through anything to get there,
Yeah.
or it just happened fast. Like you may come across an artist who popping, but you ain't never heard about them, so you think like, where the hell did they just come from? They
Yeah,
just came
bro. They
out of
just came out of
nowhere.
nowhere. Nah,
Little
but
do
you
you
can't think
know,
about it like that.
little do you know, they done been making music for the past 20 years.
You didn't know
You
about it.
didn't know
Why?
about
Because
it.
you ain't had that open ear to that type of music.
Exactly. And then they come out of nowhere and they're just seeing results after, you know, 19 years. Their 20th year they started to get a breakthrough.
Right.
It took 19 years out of doing this thing, and on their 20th they got to see some results. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with another guest, and we spoke about social media playing a role, and we talked about the instant gratification and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
um and we also talked about like this, basically you never know what it is that people go through behind the pictures that they
Behind the
post on Instagram,
behind the closed
behind the
door.
stories, behind the highlights of them on all
Even
these trips.
even and I'm not even gonna cut you off, not to cut you off, but like even if a motherfucker smiling, you don't know what they going through behind closed doors. You wanna know why? Because I done been down 3 months straight, and every day of the year I done smiled.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch you go through some shit, and I didn't see you hold a smile every time. So it's like you
Never
don't know.
know.
Like, listen, Rob, like you really go through shit, but you smile, bro. Like straight
Mm-hmm.
up. So it's like you really never know what somebody's going through. And even though like they might be smiling, you need to check on their mental health because they
Yeah.
might be smiling one day, the next day they ain't here. You wanna know why?
Yeah.
Because they've been feeling down and they wanted to take themselves away.
Yeah,
Straight
I,
up.
I recently saw like TikTok has this wave of like everybody, a lot of people on there just they're sharing their experiences. And I came across this creator who was speaking about her brother, um, her I think it was her younger brother if I'm not mistaken. And she literally posted all of the pictures that she had of him leading up to the point where he ended up taking his own life. And in every picture, even the picture the day before he made that decision, he was smiling. When I looked at it, I'm like, that's crazy because this is this goes to show no matter how much somebody is smiling, they may seem happy,
Right, bro.
you never really know the battles that they're going through, like silently. And
For
that's
real.
why it's important to have individuals, within your space who, is actually making sure your well being is okay. Like,
No,
you
for real.
stand on top of your well being, and they genuinely want the best for you, and it's not like a thing where they just trying to take, but they're pouring into you.
For
Because
real.
if you already at a mental space where you battling these things, and then on top of that you surrounded by individuals who don't want to do nothing but just take. That's not going to help you
They,
in
they
any
don't
way,
help
shape,
you
or
in no way, shape, or
form.
form.
That's going to make things 30 times worse. So, like, this is just for everybody. Um, Make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your mental health, and make sure
Sure.
that you check on the individuals that you love, no matter how much they smiling, laughing, playing all that stuff. Make sure you pick up the phone call, like, yeah, bro, I thought about you. Yeah, sis, I thought about you. I'm
Nah,
calling
for
to
real.
check on you.
Like me personally,
Mm,
I don't gotta talk to you every day. You wanna know
mm,
why, bro? Because it's like like nigga, not even I call you, nigga. We call each other on the late night, like
yeah.
on the tip, like yo, what you doing, like stuff like that, and it'd be like I don't have that many people that do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can count on my fingers who call my phone all day or text me all day, ask me am I okay. And the echo you'll text me randomly like
Mm-hmm.
you alright bro, what you doing, like I
Yeah.
love you bro, like on a real like
Random.
you'll see me about the crib like hey bro, like whatever on your mind, like don't let it bother you bro, keep
Mm-hmm.
going, you feel me. See him call me like 5 times a day, I love you not, hey bro, what you doing. I ain't doing nothing, I'm chilling. Like, he's like, what's on your mind? Why you sitting down? Straight like that. And then be like,
Yeah.
niggas will go ahead and see it walking around, hey bro, get up, bro. We out. Let's go
Mm-hmm.
somewhere real quick. You feel me? So it'd be like certain stuff that everybody do help me stay grounded a little bit. You feel me? Even when me and you talk, you like, yo, bro, what you dealing with right now? All right,
Mm-hmm.
I told you, like I told you what it was. You like,
Yeah.
no, listen, don't let that be what it be. You gotta strive, bro. You got something to take care of.
Having these type of individuals around help you get through, those tough
Nah,
moments
for
when you
real.
feel like you by
Like you gotta
yourself.
surround
Like,
yourself. I say to be grounded in this type of society right now, you gotta surround yourself with everybody, with people that love you,
mm-hmm.
with pure intentions. You need
Mm-hmm.
to be around pure intentions with everything.
Yeah, for
Like
real.
even like sometimes I'll be honest, some people that you may be dealing with aren't intentionally like loving you for your pure love. Period.
Mm-hmm.
They not one. They probably only do it for to see you down or actually be okay. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? It'd be like, yo, bro, you good? You ate? What you doing? Like you
Yeah.
feel me? How your day go? Straight like that. And it don't gotta be weird or none of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's simply because these my niggas and these niggas that make sure I'm good, I'm grounded. And
Mm-hmm.
these are people who make me keep going every day.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm slacking somewhere in a way, hey bro, that's great. You feel me? I see bro slacking on the music tip, like he not being consistent or nothing, or he not writing, or he not in the studio or something. Hey bro, you gotta get there. Like come on,
Mm-hmm.
let's work real quick. Even if from the tip, like if we sitting around in the crib or something, and I see bro not even listening to a beat or not even worried
Yeah.
about music or anything, I'm sending beats on it. I would next day I'm wake up sending like 6 beats. Hey bro,
Mm-hmm.
this year right here.
It's time to lock in, man.
Seen my man seen through YouTube, so it's like my man seen had a dry spell. He didn't drop a video. I want to say for 3 months, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I was on bro back for 3 months. Hey bro, can I get a vid, bro? He like, bro, I don't got nothing to record. No, you got something to record, but you doing
Listen,
this, you doing that, bro. This is content right here. You going
everything is
out,
content.
you going to school, you going to CNA school, you going out, you going to work. Hey, bro, day
Yeah.
in the life. You do stuff like that. That way, like, all right, even if you're not doing that, you can do something in the crib. You can just give us something, bro. He dropped the first vid again, like what I want to say, like 2 weeks ago. My man did hit like 302 days. He didn't even know.
That's great.
All right, that's what I said. I
Yeah,
said, bro,
that's
look at it.
amazing.
Look at it. Like, just give me something every week. And it's like, you
Mm-hmm.
didn't even know. I watch T check his numbers every day.
Yeah.
This nigga T check his numbers every day. Hey, bro, stop checking your
Cause
numbers.
listen,
This nigga check his numbers every day. Hey, bro, I just hit 25K. Hey, that's hard. You feel me? Nigga say, yeah, I'm gonna hit 25K tomorrow.
mm-hmm.
He hits 25K the next hour. Why? Because he just he consistently check his numbers and be like, hey, bro, I gotta reach this. I gotta reach that. He give himself a goal. So it's like, all right, bro, I feel you on
you
it. Like,
look
keep
at
going.
it,
Like,
and you be like, all right, now based off of this, we gonna push to this, and you work until you get to that point.
nah, for
You
real.
knock down that barrier,
For
and
sure.
you feel me? You take down that goal, and you set up a new goal,
Nah, for
and you
sure.
continue to push through that, and you continue to work.
At all times.
Now before we go ahead and wrap up, I want you to give the leaders something to keep them going through, the hardships, roadblocks, and things like that. Be a book to read, a mentor, podcast, a mindset to keep. Just give them one thing to get them through all them tough moments.
I'm gonna give him 2. I say,
Oh, so that's even better.
far as like podcast wise, you gotta watch, bro. Not and not even just podcast. Like even if you're going to Graham or something like real rap, like this collar right here. This is Kyle. This is Kyle real rap. Like
Carlo,
you would
chill,
think
man.
Wallow Birch's nigga the way him and
Chill.
Wallow like they like this, bro. Like for real. So it's like you gotta watch Gillian Wallow too. These 3 people right here can have you go about your life in a whole different way. You will be down one moment, like you be not want to be here one day. Next day you talk to them or listen to something that they saying to you or something motivational that they're saying. You're looking at life totally different. And the second thing, be yourself. That's all.
Heavy on the BU, man.
You be you. I'm telling you, self love and self everything is over everything else. I promise you.
Be you.
I
Be
promise.
you.
Just be you. And you be you. A lot of people going to gravitate toward you. Not even gravitate. Like you probably don't even want people gravitating towards you, but a lot of people gonna look at you and be like, "Yo, bro, different." Or bro, stay in his lane, or she the one. You feel me? Or bro gonna be something like he gonna be great or she gonna be great or something. You feel me? So it'll be like that's the type of thing that you really that's the type of thing that you should want. Just be yourself.
Listen, if y'all go watch the episode that I shot with my guy D, we talked a lot about, being comfortable with being yourself and some of the 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 ups of being yourself, like, the things that come from it, the perks you get from it, the benefits of it is some good things, from being yourself and being comfortable with being yourself as well. Uh, yeah, make sure y'all go tune in there. Y'all want to hear some more about, somebody speaking about the fruits that came out of them being themselves and being comfortable with themselves, being able to present themselves in an authentic way. Definitely go check that out. Listen, I appreciate you for coming out, man. If somebody got a question, they want to cop some clothes, where can they find you at, man?
Brand page, you could go on brand page, Caesar Lemonade, CIELCIESLUREMONNAIE. You want to come at me directly, I don't really check it, but I will get to it. NYLL3 __.
Listen, you gotta check it now. You might have somebody come in like, damn, I saw it on saw episode. I want, I want to ask you. I got a question. Look, listen, I'm gonna make sure I got everything in the description. I can't stress this enough. Me sitting down with individuals isn't, not only just for them to get y'all game, but it's also to get y'all access to these individuals. If y'all have questions, feel free to reach out. Like, even if y'all gotta reach out to me, y'all feel like, y'all want to reach out to me, and I'll reach out to them, and I make sure y'all connect. Y'all can do that. But these are individuals, these individuals I sit down with. This is a way for y'all to be able to connect with these individuals as well. Like, go ask some questions. You saw episode, you want to hear, you want to hear more about something. Go ask. Like, yeah, I heard you say this on the episode. I want to, I see it this way. Can you answer this question? Like, feel free to ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. It's a good thing to be curious and ask questions. The most curious people I know are some of the most successful people I know. So if you're curious, you got a lot of questions, utilize that as leverage. That's a good thing. And once again, I'm gonna keep saying I appreciate every last one of y'all who are supporting the movement and New World Leaders. It means a lot to me. Dead serious. We almost at 100 subs. We almost there.
Can we get there?
We almost there.
Can we get there, please?
I got us down for clearing it real soon. Especially with these next couple episodes.
I got a question for you though, right? Yeah. You hit 100 subs. Can we collab?
100, like collab on what?
Can we bring Lit Desire back?
All right.
Can we get a collab?
All right, we hit 100. All right, we hit 100 subs. We hit 100 subs. We can do that. We got hit 100 subs first.
I said that.
All right, listen, we shaking on it. Hit 100 subs. We got 100 subs. 100 subs. We get y'all collab on some clothes, man. Maybe all right, yeah. We listen. 100 subs. Y'all get a collab. That's what it is. That's how we gonna end it. Listen, that's how we gonna end it.
Hey now,
y'all know the motto, man. We see you on the next one, man.